Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing great. In my previous video, I had spoken to you about different forms of phrases to express our agreement. How can we say I agree with you? In today's video, I will be speaking about different forms of expressions or phrases that we can use to express our disagreement. We can say I disagree. Now let's look at these different forms of phrases. First one is I beg to differ. Here someone is giving an opinion or you are giving an opinion and the other person says that I beg to differ with you because you think or that person thinks that what you're saying is untrue. It's not correct, the information or whatever that person is saying, it's untrue. Let's look at an example how we can express this. Now, you are in conversation with a person called Mr. Ravi Sharma, and during the discussion or conversation you are disagreeing with him. So how would you say that? You just say that Mr. Sharma, I beg to differ with you. That's very clear. You're very clear about your point. You completely disagree with this person. You are not agreeing. You are saying that whatever he's saying, you do not agree with him, but without hurting his feelings. Number two is I'm not so sure about it. Now, a lot of times we have conversations about topics related to science, religion, politics, etc. And a lot of times we don't have all the information that is required, or not everybody can have all the information, right? You have some information, someone else has some other information. So what do you do during these conversations when someone says something and you don't know how to agree with that person because you do not have the information or you don't have the knowledge about it? In that case, you can use this phrase that I'm not so sure about it. Since you don't have the knowledge and whatever that person is saying, you're not sure if should be agreeing with that person. Okay, so let's look at an example. Now think of a situation where you're in a group and someone cracks a joke, but some people laugh at it and some don't, because they don't understand the joke and they don't find it funny because they don't agree with that person. So it could be offensive, or maybe the joke is a bit racist, or it is pointed at someone's looks, it is derogatory. So you're not sure if you should be laughing at it. So you are disagreeing with this person and you can say that I'm not so sure if that joke was funny, so I'm not laughing at it. I don't find it funny. Okay. Number three is not necessarily. You can say not necessarily. Now here whoever is talking or you are saying something, you're not clear about your point. There's no clarity in your point. So someone might disagree with you that not necessarily what you're saying is true. Okay, so you say not necessarily, right? Let's look at an example to understand it. Now here we are looking at a person's personality and someone maybe commented that that person doesn't speak much, so he's weak. You say I disagree. How would you say I disagree? You say not necessarily. It doesn't have to be necessarily true that if a person is quiet, that person is weak. Some people are stronger. They avoid unnecessary arguments and unnecessary confrontations. It's just that. So you disagree with this person and you say that not necessarily. Okay, I hope you understood that. Now let's move on to the next phrase. Number 4, I don't see it that way. You are having a different perspective. You are looking at a point or someone's view from a different angle. Okay, it's like you are looking at a thing from different angles. That person says one thing, another person says another thing, right? So just exactly like that, when someone gives an opinion or a view, not necessarily you have to agree to look at it the same way that person sees. Let's look at an example and understand it better. One of your friends says, given the current scenario, that I don't see that this pandemic is going away very soon. It's going to stay here for a long time. It doesn't seem like it's going to disappear completely. To that you say, because you disagree with him, you say, no, I don't think so, I don't see it that way. You are feeling positive, and you are saying that no, things will get back to normal again soon. The vaccines are already been given to people. We are seeing a lot of changes happening. So you disagree with your friend and you say, no, things will get better soon. Number 5, you say that I'm afraid I disagree with you. It is a very simple form of phrase where you are actually using the word disagree, but before that you are using I'm afraid. I'm afraid that I disagree with you. You are saying it in a polite way. You are not hurting that person's feelings or anything, but you are politely disagreeing with the person. Let's look at an example. Now you are in a meeting or in a team meeting or at your office, and you're having discussion with your colleagues about some project, and you disagree with someone's point. So what do you say? You say, I'm afraid I disagree with you, with your strategy or with your action plan. So you're politely disagreeing with that person. Number 6 is, you say, yes, but. You start your sentence with a positive note by saying yes. That means that you're somewhat agreeing, maybe partly agreeing with that person, but you have some other point. You also disagree with that person. You're not wholly agreeing with that person. For example, now in this situation, when some person is trying to maybe persuade you, or someone is trying to sell you something, maybe you're at a shop and someone's trying to convince you that this product is good. So you partly agree with that person. You say, yes, I see your point, but I feel these are the things that I need, or these should be the features that should be added, or this is something that I'm looking for. So you are disagreeing with that person. You're not fully convinced with what he or she is saying. Number 7 is, actually it's 2 words. It is well. You start your sentence by saying well, or you start your sentence by saying actually. I will give you examples for both the words. Before that, let me just tell you that this is an indirect form of expressing your disagreement. Instead of directly cutting someone's point, you start with a positive note. Remember that we are trying not to hurt anyone. Even though you are disagreeing, you are expressing your disagreement through a gentle way. Now let's look at the example for well. Now think of a situation where maybe you are shopping and the shopkeeper is trying to sell you something, and you're not convinced with, or you're not liking the product. Okay, so how do you disagree without hurting that person? So you say, well, I see your point, but I would like to see some other options. So in a very gentle way, you are moving away from that whole ugly situation of disagreement. So you are expressing it in a very gentle way. Now we can also use actually. I will give you an example for that. Again, maybe this is a situation at an office, or maybe you are in a group of friends. So you are having some discussion and you say, actually you are right, but we should also consider others' ideas or other team members' ideas. We should take into consideration. Now here you are again in a very gentle way, you are expressing your disagreement without hurting a person's opinion or views. So here we can use either well or actually. Number 8 is, you either say no way, or you could say you can't be serious. Now these expressions are informal forms of expressions which you can use either with your family or with friends. So these are very casual form of expressions. Let's look at an example to understand. Let's look at the example for no way. Now you are discussing some, movie or an actor's performance in some movie. For example, let's say that you say that, I have seen Tom Hanks, performing very well in the movie Terminal. But your friend disagrees and says, no way, he was far better in Castaway. Now, that person is disagreeing and very clearly, saying, no way, he was much better. But this form of expression is, acceptable in a very formal environment with friends and family. Now, let's look at the other phrase that I said, you can't be serious. Let's see an example for it. Again, here it's a situation where you are with your family and friends, or either of it, and you are either speaking with one of your cousins or a friend that out of all these people you joined the army. You can't be serious. So you are disagreeing, but even though you are disagreeing straight away, you're not hurting that person. You're that open and free in your expression by saying, oh, you can't be serious, you joined the army out of all these people. I hope you got my point. Now let's look at the next phrase. Number 9 is, I see your point, but. You start your sentence by saying, I see your point, but. Now I'll give an example to finish that sentence so that you will understand better. Here is a situation where you see someone in trouble, and your friend asks, maybe we should help them, but you are disagreeing for whatever reasons. You say that, I see your point, but I don't think we can do anything to help them. Maybe we can call the police, or we can call for help, but I don't agree with you. But directly, without directly saying that, you say, I see your point, but this is what I feel. Now today's last point and the 10th point is, sounds interesting, but. You are starting the sentence by saying, it sounds interesting, but. You are partially agreeing with this person, you want to add your own opinion, and you are not hurting that person's feeling. So you are indirectly saying that you disagree with this person. Now let's see an example. Now here in this situation, you and your friend are discussing what to order for tonight for your dinner or maybe lunch, and your friend suggests that there's a new restaurant open, maybe we should try that. But you disagree with him and you say, no, I want to just order my regular pizza. I don't want to try out a new place today. I don't feel like trying out a new place today. But instead of just saying, I totally disagree with you, or cut him off, you say that, it sounds interesting, but maybe we can do that some other time. Let's order the pizza tonight. So that's how you are politely disagreeing. Now this was the last phrase for today. I hope you will apply this in your real life, in your everyday life. I hope it helps you speak better in a more polite way. You don't have to be rude to disagree with someone. So these are the phrases that you can use instead of just saying I disagree. Now with that, I come to an end of this video. I hope you learned something new and different today. So keep practicing all these words and phrases, and keep learning and keep growing. I will see you soon in my next video. Until then, take care. Bye.